to District Stadium, 15 minutes away from kickoff here between Unity FC and Harborside FC. Take this moment to thanks and appreciations of our sponsors, including RLR Lawyers, Ramsey, London Road Lawyers, our returning lead sponsor, O'Neill's, the official teamwear supplier, Junk in Our Trunk, returning training wear sponsor, Seaview Home and Auto Glass, returning youth supporters, Coastal Community Credit Union, our returning Fun Zone sponsor, Wildwood Health, our game day athletic therapy clinic, Martin Nelson Real Estate Team, and Rona. Also, big thank you to some of our partners, including Footprint Security, Nanaimo News Bulletin, Nanaimo Track and Field, St. John Ambulance, Hudson City Fisheries, Jingle Pot Pub, and VIU Athletics and Recreation. We also like to acknowledge the following league partners: CIBC, the league partner for Canada Soccer, the Canadian Premier League, and League One. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. The Cruyff Institute, educating athletes. Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. The Canadian Premier League, where Canadian soccer takes flight. One Soccer, the home of soccer in Canada. Join the movement and watch every CPL and Canadian national team match from any device. And BC Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. We thank them and you, the fans, for your support of Harborside FC and League 1 BC. Soccer fans, please be aware of our stadium policies. Fighting, the throwing of objects, any attempts to enter the playing field, and any disorderly behavior, including foul, sexist, racial, obscene, or abusive language or gestures, are strictly prohibited and may result in the suspension of the match and your expulsion from the facility. Fans, should you require any assistance, please don't hesitate to check in with security or our game day staff. Let's meet our starting lineups now for both teams, beginning with Unity FC. Number 1, Jovan Sandu. Number 4, Elizabeth Hicks. Number 8, Maddie Melanchuk. Number 11, Janelle Robertson. Number 12, Carly Peterson. Number 13, Erin Stewart. Number 14, Luciana Andrews. Number 19, Jenna Rizzo. Number 21, Leanna Holtz. Number 23, Aaron Spiller. And number 25, Kelsey Stewart. Head coach for Unity is Graham Roxbury. And today's starting lineup for Harborside FC. Number 1, Melina Ramirez. Number 5, Rebecca Van Dort. Number 6, Kaya Scory. Number 10, Ruby Nicholas. Number 13, Mary Nichols. Number 14, Jill Stewartson. Number 15, Megan Winiger. Number 17, Erin Jensen. Number 20, Kate Reynolds. Number 21, Dennis McKay. And number 24, Ella Scott. Head coach for Harborside is Bobby Taylor. match officials this afternoon: referee Luis Reed, first assistant Ben Clark, second assistant Matthew Ernst, and our fourth official is Ross Cameron. Fans, are you interested in becoming a referee? BC Soccer wants to hear from you. Please visit bcsoccer.net/referees for more details. Soccer fans, welcome to Finished Stadium here in Nanaimo in beautiful Nanaimo territory for this afternoon's League 1 BC soccer matchup featuring Unity FC against Harborside FC. Harborside FC acknowledges that we are competing, practicing, and learning on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish peoples, the lands of the Snuneymuxw First Nation, Tongan First Nation, and the Cowichan and Sonalis First Nation. We walk these paths together. Fans, before our national anthem and kickoff, we'd also like to take this moment to remember and celebrate the life of Reed Davidson. 1 year ago, Reed, an important part of Nanaimo United, Harborside FC, and the VIU Mariners, tragically lost his life in a car accident. We remember and celebrate Reed's legacy today via new scholarships that have been created in his honor, one through Nanaimo United and one at VIU. A big thank you again to Davidson's family and all of the supporters for celebrating Reed's life. At this time, fans, we'd like you to please rise if you are able and remove your headgear and dress the Canadian flag at the front of the pitch for our national anthem, O Canada.
success with another win today. But they're in tough against Unity FC. Regrettably, Alex Ronsley, our regular broadcaster, is away. He got called away, so I'm just here to introduce the game. My name is Jason Coates, and you may also have Elise Coates joining us in a few minutes. But you can see that Unity is in the snappy jerseys. Really like them, actually, the light pink, the white, and then Harborside FC wearing the dark blue. Really eager to see how this game develops, as the last game Unity was a very strong, cohesive unit, and their attack was very coordinated. And I know that Bobby Taylor, the coach of Harborside, is eager to learn some lessons from that game, and she's got her team ready to go, and they're very positive after yesterday's win. But they're in tough against Unity. Well, hello again. Just back from getting a few of the details set for the games today. Looks like it's been some good action. The Harborside women have been definitely putting in a great effort and have had a couple of chances already. It's going to be interesting to see how their legs fare. It was a very hot day yesterday, well over 30 degrees on the pitch. Today, thankfully, is quite a bit cooler. There's actually a very light drizzle right now. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but cloud cover and light drizzle is going to make it a much more pleasant day if it sticks around. The players were very happy. Talking to some of the Unity players as they came in, they were happy to see that the weather was much cooler. Crowd slowly starting to roll in. We tend to have the crowd come in as the women play, so it's great to see that people are coming out. The numbers were great yesterday, so we're hoping for a good crowd again today. We encourage everybody to check out the League One Canada app, and regrettably, I won't be able to do justice to the players' names and numbers. Alex Ronsley is fantastic at that, but I definitely encourage you to check out the app, League One Canada. It's fantastic. It's gives you the live starting lineup, who scored, cards, you name it. So it's been a wonderful addition to the league this year, and I encourage, if you're a regular fan or even an occasional fan, download it and get ready for next season. So it's looking like Harborside started with Melina Ramirez in net, Rebecca Van Dort, Taya Scory, Ruby Nicholas, Mary Nichols. Mary's back from a little bit of an injury, so I know she's been excited to play the last few games. Jill Stewartson, Megan Linegar, Erin Jensen, Kate Reynolds, Tanis McKay, and Emma Skalick. So that's our starting lineup for Harborside. For Unity, it looks like Jovan Sandu in net, Elizabeth Hicks, number 4, Maddie Melnichuk, number 8, Jenna Robertson, number 11, Carly Pedersen, 12, Erin Stewart, 13, Luciana Andrews, 14, Jenna Rizzo, 19, Leanna Holtz, 21, and Lauren Spiller, 23, and Kelsey Stewart, 25. Unity are currently sitting on 21 points in the league in second place. So today's game won't change their standing. So they'll be, I believe they'll be hosting Burnaby in the final, the semifinals. Vancouver Whitecaps, who finished the season on 32 points, will be hosting TSS Rovers. If Harborside were to squeak out a win today, I believe that would actually knock them up to 5th place. They would jump over altitude. So let's see. It's going to be, like I said, really interesting to see how their legs hold up with the back-to-back games with the heat of yesterday. But they're looking good today. Definitely some good movement with the ball. Seems to be the first significant foray into our end by Unity, but again, when they get rolling, they can look good. Ruby Nichols put on a clinic yesterday, and here she is again running up the field. Got 3 players with her. It's great to see just the quality of the game as it continues to improve, and I know that the players have been very thankful for the opportunity with League One, and it'll be great to see how it grows over the years. Looks like Harborside's keeping Erin Jensen up top. Emma Skalick and Taya Scory just behind her. Ruby out on the right, and I think that's Kate Reynolds out there. Is it on the... on the left. We weren't able to talk to the coaches of Unity, so I'm not sure if this is their regular lineup or not. But I know that they have a very deep roster. So either way, I think it's going to be a great team out there. You may notice the bleachers on the far side of the field. It's always interesting because on a hot day, those bleachers are literally an oven. So all of our fans tend to sit down in what we affectionately call the plaza, which is just right down below me. You can't see it in the video clips very often, but the few fans come in nice and early to claim their spot so that they have a great view on the grass, and by late afternoon it's actually in shade. So it's a beautiful spot to watch some good soccer, and it's been a good game so far. Harborside has done well. Unity's working hard, and there's Taya Scory, off she goes. Here's the Unity on the counter. Have to admit, this is my first time up in the booth. It's quite interesting. I don't know how Alex does it, having all those names down pat. So hats off to Alex Ronsley and all the other live commentators out there. Well done. Well, Jensen snuck in behind. Few good chances by Harborside so far. Cleared well by Unity. Well, that tackle happened just in front of the Harborside men's team. I'm not sure if you could hear from the uproar, but they clearly didn't think that was an acceptable tackle. Almost nodded on. It's always an interesting thing as a coach. You know, Unity is guaranteed second place, and so does Graham use this game as a tune-up for some players perhaps that haven't got the minutes throughout the season, or do you try to roll with a consistent lineup and use it as an opportunity to get ready for that semifinal game next weekend? I'm not sure again what lineup he's gone with, but it's interesting. Those cutbacks are such a part of the modern game, and you can see how when it's not quite cut back enough, it just makes it that much easier for the keeper. But if you can keep it away from that keeper and pull it back slightly, the cutbacks are so hard for defenders to deal with because they're moving the opposite direction of the ball. But Harborside definitely putting some passages of play together, combining, getting through on a number of occasions. Unity hasn't yet been able to put too much pressure on the Harborside end. Teoscori had an excellent game yesterday. There, you might have seen a clip of her doing a fantastic step over on Instagram. She left all of us, including the cameraman, almost baffled. So I don't know, she's really keen to continue the performance today. Nice ball in, but Unity definitely does well in the air. Tanis McKay and Rebecca Van Dort working well together to defend. Well won. Emma Skalick. You can definitely see that they're doing well. They're really trying to keep those three players up high and work it through one of the channels. Some good energy by Harborside. It's great to see. It was a tough, hot day yesterday. So hopefully the energy in their legs will last. And sometimes there's nothing like a win to take away the aches and pains. So I hope to see the continued energy. It's been great. You may hear some crowd noise from behind us. There's a baseball game going on as well. So if there's some cheering at times that doesn't seem to match the action, that's the reason. It's always interesting here. You can see one of the United players is starting from an offside position. Curious to see how they work this. Yeah, and she comes back. Bit of a slightly different look for Harborside today, as we have some players that have headed back to university or are getting ready for their university careers or seasons. Oh, well done again. They're really working that wing and then cutting it back. But again, many of the players, or a few of the players, have headed back to their respective universities and their pre-seasons. But luckily, we've had enough players to rotate the bench and the roster, and it seems to be working well. Definitely one of the unique challenges of a summer league like League One. How do you manage the rosters with players coming in and out, and the odd player moving on to different professional opportunities or other playing opportunities? But I think as we continue to develop the league, it'll be something that'll become probably more and more clear. Unity starting to put a little bit of pressure down the wing. Starting to demand a little bit of defending from Harborside. As I mentioned at the beginning, last time we played Unity, they were definitely a well-oiled attacking force. They combined really well. So I think Harborside is going to have to work hard just to make sure that they don't allow those kinds of combinations and the interchange that happened last game. It was definitely hard to defend. They seem to have done well so far in breaking up some of the play and perhaps changing how they're controlling the midfield. And here we have Harborside on another 5-on-4 initially. They seem to be combining well in the middle. Actually, Emma Skalik and Taya Scory seem to be doing well, although I believe they're teammates or were teammates at UVic, so I'm sure they've played with each other as Ruby down here on the right wing. Coach Bobby Taylor from Harborside standing and prowling the edge of her technical area. Hopefully she likes what she sees. I like the way they're combining and moving it through the midfield. There we have definitely a method to their madness, really trying to work these seams, work these channels, and get it through to any one of these three players, really trying to push forward. Some good quick play so far. Not holding on to the ball too long, not too many people being dispossessed. I think that was Kate Reynolds. So just about 30 minutes played. Been some good opportunities by Harborside. Seem to have carried a little bit more of the play, and definitely some great combinations in the middle. Working it through to the forwards. With Unity getting their players upfield. Oh, well defended by. Oh. Hopefully the player's all right. Back we go to Melina Ramirez. We'll play it out from the back. It looks like another corner. Sending numbers up. Rebecca Van Dort comes up. Rebecca's one of 2 New Zealanders in the club this year. We've got a Kiwi on the men's team as well. Again, well defended by Unity. Well worked to defend. Two players pouncing. And again, the Harborside men not happy with the call. But a good break by Harborside. They're moving forward quickly when they get possession. Combining well. Definitely forcing Unity to defend well. Unity has got the ball in the half now. Oh. More fans coming in, which is great. The rain seems to have stopped. Temperature is still pleasant in the high 20s. Not much wind, just a little bit of a breeze. Not much down at pitch side. And here's Harborside again. Ruby Nichols does well to keep the ball, giving players a chance to come up, but well defended by Unity. And they're going to break down the right side and slow it down. Unity's doing well. They get their players forward quickly. Well defended by Mary Nichols. So after about 35 minutes, Harborside has done well to slow down and stop some of that combination and attack that we saw last game. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep the pressure up. They've defended well and definitely putting pressure on the ball, winning it back fairly quickly. See as Unity settles in, see if they begin to put a bit more pressure on the Harborside goal. And again, well won back. Emma Skalek does well to maintain the possession. The overlap by Tanis McKay, I believe that is. There's a good idea with the cutback, but unfortunately went to a Unity player, but Harborside's got it back. Let's see what we can do again. I think that's about the 5th or 6th ball that Ruby Nichols put in from the outside, so definitely working the right side so far a bit more this game. I think it was off ahead for a corner. And again, Ruby Nicholas again putting that ball in from the right side. Emma Skalek just couldn't quite get the height. But again, well in by Harborside. Zero as we hit the 40-minute mark. Harborside does well as a team to win the ball back. Not too much pressure. They seem to be content to set up a mid block and win it back as Unity tries to move through the middle third of the field. And they've won it back again. Ruby Nicholas again. Teoscore with one of her now trademark step overs, or perhaps a sidewinder, we'll call it. Harborside definitely with numbers up. Ah, well done. Well played. Hard to defend. Oh, well won. Again, Harborside is doing well at winning the ball back and working together to pounce or to take away those second opportunities. Teoscore doing well there. Getting a little bit heated out there. Referee doing well to call what she needs to call. Keep the game moving. Oh, nice nod on to an on-running Emma Skalik. But well kept by the keeper. Get a sense there's definitely some pressure being put on. Well played by Harborside. Definitely wouldn't be a surprise at this point if they were able to sneak one in. They've put together some great passage of play. Unity does seem to do well at defending on corners, though. They get up well, get their head on the ball. So as we approach 45 minutes, still 0-0. haven't seen any extra time signaled for yet by the referees, so they may be calling the game fairly quickly, calling the first half. And that's halftime. So 0-0 after a half. Very entertaining. Harborside, I would say, has had the better chances. They've had a handful of great attempts. Unity hasn't quite been able to get anything together yet, and I don't know if that's by design. They may be waiting to come out in the second half.
L1BC match between Unity FC and Harborside, 0-0 after 45 minutes. Fans, we thank you so much for your support of Harborside FC. Thanks for joining us today and for your supports throughout the season. I'd like to remind you, if you're thirsty or hungry, you do have a beverage garden set up on the back end of the pitch. Food truck there as well. Get there quick, get there before the lines, get yourself some food and drink as we get ready for the second half.
You heard the PA announcer, Matt, announcing we've got 2 food trucks on and the crowd's coming in. It's great to see. We're getting a few more players in, which seems to be the way that we normally do it. They come in partway through the first game of the doubleheader. Really want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the club sponsors for Harborside. Ramsey Lampman Rhodes Lawyers has been our lead sponsor for 2 years and really helps us make this all happen. As well as O'Neill's, which is our official teamwear supplier. Wildwood Health, you might have seen them on the just to the left of the home bench. They've been our athletic therapy partners for 2 years, and they're working on somebody right now over there, actually, as we look at it. We've Seaview Home and Auto Glass, our youth supporter sponsors. So we've been building some of our youth supporters. We've got a fun zone just below me, and the fun zone is supported by Coastal Community Credit Union. And then Martin Vielson Realty Team with Remax has been our primary field sponsor for 2 years. And we've got a new sponsor this year, Rona. It's been fantastic to have them on board. So really thanks to our sponsors. We have a lot of partners too that help us do things either with in-kind or just help. So Footprint Security, Nanaimo Track and Field, Nanaimo News Bulletin, Hub City Fisheries, Jingle Pot Pub, just to name a few that help us with everything from ice to security to logistics, you name it. So our thanks to the partners. And our thanks to the League One Canada partners. So CIBC, the lead partner for Canada Soccer, the Canadian Premier League, and League One. Gatorade, Rehydrate, Replenish, Refuel. The Cruyff Institute, educating athletes, sport, and business professionals to become leaders in sport management. I had a look at their offerings the other day, and there's some fantastic educational opportunities. And hopefully, as the league develops, some of our players and coaches and staff will be able to take part in some of the educational opportunities, which will just make the league stronger. Derby Star, the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and the preferred match ball for League One. Macron, work hard, play harder. Vibrant Performance, Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. And of course, the Canadian Premier League, where Canadian soccer takes flight. And then One Soccer, the home of soccer in Canada. So join the movement and watch every Canadian Premier League and Canadian national team match from any device. Talking about streaming, I've got Bryce here to my left. He's a volunteer from Rogers TV. So it's fantastic. Rogers has been a partner. They're actually providing the camera equipment for us. So we're really thankful for the partners that make this happen. There's a lot of people behind and on the pitch. So I'm going to sign off for a little bit. We'll be back at the start of the second half, and hopefully we'll continue to see some great action.
Harborside FC, we'd also like to acknowledge the following league partners. CIBC, the league partner for Canada Soccer, the Canadian Premier League, and League One. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel. The Cruyff Institute, educating athletes, sport, and business professionals to become leaders in sport management. Macron, work hard, play harder. Vibrant Performance, Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. The Canadian Premier League, where Canadian soccer takes flight. One Soccer is the home of soccer in Canada. Join the movement and watch every CPL and Canadian national team match from any device. And BC Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. Alright, soccer fans, a few minutes away from our second half kickoff. Unity FC and Harborside, teams tied 0-0 after the first half. Also like to take this opportunity to thank our team builder sponsors. Big thank you to Nickel Street Pawnbrokers, Michael and Allison Wasserman, the Coates family, Little Ears Audiology Practice, Primer Performance and Therapy, Inside Edge Styling, St. Jude's Cannery, Jim and Sandy's, Rock City Cycles, Fox and Hounds Pub, and an anonymous fan. We thank them and you, the fans, for your support of Harborside FC.
And here we are, ready for second half action. Let's hope I can start the clock. Alex left detailed instructions. Although we seem to be missing our cameraman, so let me get this started and then hopefully I'll be able to handle the camera as well. Other duties as assigned, as they say. And we're back, and Bryce is back. Seemed to have started off where we left off, with Harborside putting some good pressure on Unity, not letting them settle on the ball. Not seeing any changes made at halftime. Emma Skalick wins the ball. And again, they're trying those combinations through the middle and then work it out to the outside or through the channels. Couple of fans braving the far side. Luckily, it's not so hot. All the fans seem to be below us right now. Unity putting together a cutback of their own. Well broken up. But Unity's got it right back, and on the attack they come. Well defended by Megan Liniger. This is the only League One game today for the women. Actually, the last women's game of the regular season for the whole league. And then the men this afternoon, or sorry, right after this at 3 o'clock. Likewise, will be the last men's game of the regular season for League 1 BC. And then it's off to the semifinals of the playoffs. Starting next Friday, I think, is the first game. Playing quickly. Unity seems to have a little bit more jump in their step this half. Unity player dancing through the crowd. Probably didn't get the shot she wanted, but definitely a great individual effort. I just got a text from Ireland. Man of many talents, it says. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or a commiseration, but I'll take it as a compliment. When I woke up this morning, I didn't know I'd be a commentator, but here I am. Gotta say, I'm enjoying the view up here. Both teams playing well. Unity starting to put a bit of pressure on. Oh, a little tangle there. Dangerous spot for a free kick. A little bit too far out for a shot, but close enough that you never know. And if they can get that ball in behind the defensive line to an on-rushing attacker, it can be sheer terror for the keeper. Been some interesting debate about whether you should have a wall when it's this far out. Looked like going for I'm not sure if that was a shot, but we're just trying to get behind for a little tap in. But it's back to Harborside. I don't think we have comments on the live feed anymore, but I'd be curious to hear what people think about that. When the ball's farther out, do you like to set up a wall or not? Yeah, definitely a little bit more pressure from Unity in this half. Seems to be a bit more a jump in their step. It may have been their game plan. You never know. They know that Harborside's coming off of a very hot and tough battle yesterday. So they may have been lying in wait to pounce on those tired legs. But Harborside's hanging in there, still doing well to win the ball back and break up the plays when they can. Here they are on the break. Again, I think that's Ruby Nicholas. Unlucky nobody there. But again, some good energy. I'd imagine sometimes it's tough when you're playing with a speedy winger like that to just you know, have the energy to get up there into the box and support their play. Rebecca on the ball's out. And again, Harborside's won the ball back, working together, hunting in packs. It's always good to see. But Unity gets it back and is on a break down the right-hand side. Nice. Well defended. And it's a goal kick. I see the Harborside men's team are here and starting to get together. I haven't seen the Unity men's team yet, but they may be coming. Taking a ferry over today. Sometimes they travel together, the men's and women's teams, but it looks like today they've come as two different units. Well, they're doing well to get players up. They're well handled by the Unity keeper. And here they are, Unity back on the attack, on the transition. But all four defenders back for Harborside. They're defending well as a back four. Good battle out on the left. Oh, almost with a pounce with Jensen. But she does break it up and wins the ball back. Taya Scory with the ball. It's a good attempt, but relatively easy save by the keeper. But again, some good interchange in the middle. Jill Stewartson, Emma Skalick, Taya Scory, Megan Linegar doing a good job as those four in the middle seem to be playing basically as a diamond. Rebecca Van Dort with a nice little slide poke. And there she is again. She poked it out, and now she's leading the attack. Trying to play it forward. Just a little bit too far for Emma Skalak. Good energy. Good energy after a long day yesterday. I think she played the full 90 minutes yesterday, so I'm sure those legs are a little tired. Kate Reynolds knocks it out of touch. Looks like we've got our first sub, I believe, of the game. Unity, 13 for number 10. And again, I do apologize. I don't have Alex Ronsley's photographic memory for names and players, so I'm going to leave it up to you and using the new Fancy Dancy League One Canada app to check out the players' names. So we're approaching the 58th minute, still 0-0. Entertaining game. Unity seems to be coming back with a bit more energy, but some chances on both sides. Looks like the men are getting ready to head off to the dressing room to get ready for their game. Unity on the prowl here, but again, Harborside does well to break up the play. Tempo seems to be actually picking up a little bit here, a little bit more end-to-end. Well defended. 6 defenders back. Jill Stewartson through the middle, breaking up to Megan Linegar on the left-hand side. Broken up by Unity. Oh, here we have the Unity men just behind me here in the grandstands. Looks like they're having their pregame talk. We really appreciate all the teams coming over. I know it's a bit of a trip on the ferry, but it can be a great day, and the weather's holding today, and it's going to be a good day of soccer. First game's been very entertaining. Again, broken up by Mary Nichols. Looking to find Jensen up top. But again, well defended by Unity. 3 players pounced, surrounded her, and got that ball back. But here we go, we've got it again. Definitely a bit more energy from Unity this half, it appears. Maybe putting pressure a little higher up the field. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Bobby Taylor does, you know, as we get farther into the second half. Do you make some changes? Do you stay with what you've got in the, because a win would put them up to 5th place. But I think it looks like there might be a few subs getting ready to come in as we hit the 61, 62nd minute mark. See if that brings a little different energy or a different look. But again, unless I've missed it, only one sub so far made by Unity. And here they are, but again, broken up, but they've got it again. Unity did very well last game in and around the top of the box, so we definitely don't want to let them settle if we can in that area. We've got a lot of skilled players. Take a breather if we can, and look for opportunities. Oh, well done by Megan Lineker. Taya Scory's got the ball going through the middle. And can Ruby get there? She can. Well defended by Unity. And a foul against Ruby. Some work to be done there by the defender, but did well. Got her body between the ball and Ruby. Took away any chance of a cutback or any kind of pass to supporting players. And here we have two subs for Harborside. Regrettably, I can't tell who they are at this stage. So again, you'll have to, is that Carly Ray, I believe is one of them. You'll have to work with me and get the app out and see if we can figure out who just came on and who went off. Out to Emma Skalik. Being patient with the ball. Definitely think it's the order of this last 25 minutes or so. I think the legs must be getting tired for Harborside out there, so they're going to have to pick their opportunities. Nice pass up through the channel. Nothing like a nice through ball taking out 5 or 6 defenders. It's a great way to start the day, I always say. Here we go, Unity. One-on-one in the corner. As I mentioned, it's going to be interesting that many of these players start their university training camps virtually right away. So I'm going to assume that some good conversations have been had between coaches, and they'll hopefully get a break or two. Been a lot of soccer this summer. That'll be part of the interesting growth of leagues like League One Canada. How do they work with and complement and existing structures like post-secondary U Sports or Pac West or different collegiate. Here's Jensen on the ball. Ruby Nicholas again. Looks like Emma Skalik overran the ball slightly, but she's kept it. She's kept it. Unity does well to defend. 5 players back. Jill Stewartson wins the ball back. Rebecca Van Dort with the ball. Emma Skalik up the wing. One-on-one. Some nice patient defending. Oh. I'd say on the whole, it's been a very controlled game by both teams. Really like the way that they're trying to do things with the ball. Slowing it down sometimes and looking for those opportunities. Perhaps the first out-and-out shot, at least of this half for Unity. Forced a bit of a save from Melina Ramirez. But as I was saying earlier, it's as the leagues grow, it'll be interesting to see how they hopefully work well with universities and you know, other leagues, and really hopefully to the benefit of the players, and you know, how do we support players in their development and their growth, which is really an aspiration of League One, and we've definitely seen it here at Harborside, and eager to be a part of figuring out how to make it all happen. Good team defending, good individual effort by the Unity player. Teoscori on the ball, Ruby Nicholas. Can they get some players up with her? Can she keep the ball? Unity does well to win it back. And they're on the counter. Although well defended, 4 defenders back. 4 on 4. 5th defender. Teoscori working hard to keep that ball. It's quite a battle. Mary Nichols on the ball. You can still see that bandage on her left leg, but she seems to be moving really well. Oh, and the sun is just poking out. Carly Ray, Aaron Jensen combining up at Teoscori, who seemed to have temporarily moved up into that striker position. Oh, Ruby Nicholas with a nice little cut. But again, well defended, and a corner kick. Now, let's see what can happen. Just a little overhit. But again, well done to keep it in. And we have a sub coming in for Unity. I didn't catch the number. Well, some important news for anybody who's thinking about coming down to the game. The ice cream truck just arrived. So definitely worth your while to come down, grab an ice cream, watch the remainder of the game in the men's game. Just past the 70-minute mark, still 0-0. Very entertaining game. Unity has started to put a little bit more pressure on this half, but Harborside is still getting their chances. Looks like a yellow card for 17, I believe, is Aaron Jensen. The trainer's coming onto the field. Thankfully, she's all right. So Harborside seems to have shifted slightly. Looks like Emma Skalick is playing much wider out on the left. Looks like Taya Scoria again is playing up in that attacking midfield role. Ruby Nicholas out wide. Looks like Carly Ray and Jill Stewartson are sitting in those number 6 positions. Well headed away by Mary Nichols. Emma Skalick comes infield to win the ball. But Unity does well. Great to see teams reset like that. You know, if it's not on, they really work hard to reset it. Veritable gaggle of fans on the far side now. It was great to see yesterday the TSS Swan Guardians, their fan supporter group was out in force, both over in the supporter section, and we got the chance to see one of their famous red flares when the women scored. But it's always a pleasure having them travel with the Rovers. Tanis McKay on the left side. Emma Skalick ahead of her, Carly Ray on the inside. But again, Unity break up the play. Really have to commend the players. 2 games back to back. It's never ideal, but the energy level seems decent. I'm sure they're tired. Taya Scoria on the ball. Does well to settle it. Back out to Tanis McKay on the left-hand side. Up to Emma Skalick. A little touch, and there's Tanis McKay. Pops up in the box. Well controlled. Ruby's able to turn her player, but the Unity player does really well to recover. But Ruby wins a corner. Always interesting to see what teams do on corners. I don't profess to be an expert on corners. I think I headed the ball about 3 times in my playing career. A lot of the prevailing wisdom is to keep it to the near post. The chances are a little bit better it'll go in, but let's see what they do. And there's the near post, but just wide. Well, my thanks for all you out there that are listening and are being very patient with me as I stumble my way through my very first commentating gig. Bryce keeps looking at me nervously from my left here, so with luck, we'll get through this together. Harborside ball. So it'll be interesting to see if they push a little bit more. Again, whether it's in the legs or not will be the question, but they seem to be sticking to their plan. They've done well to be patient, but to really look for chances to attack in numbers when they can. Definitely seem to be moving a little bit out to the left here with Emma Skalik. So it's sort of balanced between Ruby and Emma. Oh, well controlled by Tanis. Cut out by Mary Nichols. Carly Ray does well to win it back. Unity seems to be doing well, though, at not letting Jensen get behind them. A little bit more pressure by Unity. Definitely eager to force Harborside to make some plays. Not giving them nearly as much time on the ball. Again, or that might just be my perception, and it might be that Harborside perhaps a little tired. Not quite as sharp after going on 2 full games of soccer in less than 24 hours. Get another substitute. I think it looks like Emma Skalik is going off. My apologies to all the players. Up close, you're much easier to identify than from up here. Unity definitely attacking in numbers now. Seem to be pushing almost a 4th player up. Oh, and an unlucky sort of a looper over the top of Melina Ramirez that was really difficult to deal with. And it snuck in through the top corner, like literally through the top, came right looping in from the top. Tough one. I'm not sure if that was intentional or if it was just a little cheeky chip for a cross, but worked well for the Unity players. So it is now 1-0 for Unity. Now let's see if my update to the score worked. And there it is. Looks like it should be appearing 1-0 on your screen now for Unity. Just under 10 minutes to go. Can Harborside bounce back? Can they find the energy in their legs? They've definitely had some opportunities, but Unity has done well to defend, and they seem to be putting a bit more pressure, which is not going to give Harborside the time they may need. Carly Ray intercepts the ball. Nice ball over the top. Two Unity players there, but couldn't quite control it into the net. Same idea, going for a nice little touch over the keeper. It's a nice ball in. Unity definitely getting a few more chances. But again, Harborside's going to have to go for it. Unity forcing Harborside to defend deep. So Maddie Dawson. Looks like Maddie Dawson, sorry. And Taylor Kinley playing up high for Harborside now. Corner kick for Unity. Bobby Taylor calling for Taylor to stay up. So again, they're going to look for that break if they can. Maddie going even higher. Can we defend the corner? Again, Unity always does well to get their head on that ball, but out it comes to Taylor. Unlucky. I didn't see what happened there, but looks like there was some collision or a call. Looks like Mary's all right. Nice pass out from the goalkeeper. Couldn't quite keep it in. Hitting the 85-minute mark. Harborside 1-0 down to Unity. Can they rally? Oh, and the pounce. Tanis McKay. Working hard to get the ball. Ref didn't like contact. This was well. Unity player did well to keep the ball. Five players up for Unity. Tanis is there. Little touch by Taylor. Taya Score on the roam, on the hunt. Looking for Maddie Dawson, but cut off by Unity. So it's interesting looking at the stat screen here. I've never seen this before, but apparently there are 44 concurrent viewers right now as we speak. So thank you for joining us. The average duration of a viewer's stay has been 17 minutes and counting. And well over 200 views so far. So thanks for joining us. And thanks for being patient with me as I stumble my way through the commentary. But it's been an entertaining game. Good pressure by Unity. Well cut out by Harborside. And a restart from Ramirez. Trying to get it up the field fairly quickly. Don't have a lot of time. Both men's teams starting to warm up, getting ready for the 3 o'clock kickoff for the men's game. I hope you'll be able to join us for that. Unity's made it through, well defended. Unity doing a good job getting behind, trying to chip a few balls over. Well brought down by Unity. Mary Nichols breaks it up and nodded on. A good idea. Taylor looking for Maddie Dawson there. And an attempt from Unity. Definitely getting more chances, getting through. Some tired legs out there, I think. Pushing a few more numbers up. Opening up a few more seams for Unity. We're about to hit 90 minutes. Don't imagine there'll be a lot of extra time. There haven't been too many stoppages, so time running out for Harborside, but they're fighting well. They're giving it a go. I'm sure it'd be a fantastic way to end the season. So if the game ends 1-0, that would keep Unity in second place, I believe, actually, for the season, and Harborside would finish sixth.
Has indicated a minimum of 2 minutes will be added on. 2 minutes added time.
You probably caught that from the announcer. It looks like 2 minutes added time. 2 minutes added time, and here's Unity in the box, and some good patient defending. And a relatively easy shot to handle from Ramirez. Unity with the ball. Patient, taking her time. Jill Stewartson puts it out of play. So we're definitely after 91 minutes now, I believe. So about another minute left to play. Gotta say, I like the Unity uniforms, both the game uniforms and the pink practice jerseys, the warm-up jerseys. Looks sharp against the green of the field. Carly Ray working hard to try to move it forward. But again, Unity's definitely winning more of the ball, starting to combine a little bit like we saw them in the first game. collision in the box. Everybody's okay, I think. And that's the game. So that's the end of the final game of the 2024 season. Very entertaining game. 1-0 for Unity. 1-0 for Unity. So again, that leaves Unity in second place, 21 points on the season, behind the Whitecaps. So they'll be playing Burnaby FC, I believe, in the semifinal. And the Whitecaps will be playing the TSS Rovers.
Full time here at the Kinderstruck Stadium in Milano and beautiful Flannel territory. 81st minute goal from Unity gives the visitors the 1-0 win over Harborside. Harborside fans, we thank you so much for joining us, not just for today's game, but for your support. Thanks for joining us for your support all throughout the L1BC season. We do invite you to keep following along Harborside at harborsidefc.ca and of course on all of our social media channels. We also invite fans to stick around. Kick off at 3 p.m. our men's match between Unity and Harborside. Grab yourself some food and drink from the beverage garden and the food truck on site. And again, kick off coming up here at 3 p.m.
Well, there, you probably heard that through the crowd, Mike. The kickoff for the men's game is at 3 p.m. And we'll be back with the live stream. Again, check YouTube for the men's live stream link. But thanks again for joining us. And before we go, I just want to mention that it's a special weekend for us as a club. Last year, one of our staff and a major I guess, part of the soccer community here in Kamloops, Reed Davidson, tragically died in a car accident. And so this weekend is 1 year since his passing. And we're really excited to announce that we've been able to start with Reed's family a couple of scholarships through Nanaimo United FC and through Harborside for students attending Vancouver Island universities and other universities in Canada. So we really do remember Reed as we finish up the season. And all the best, and thanks for joining us, and we'll see you hopefully at 3 o'clock.